Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Deep Red from 1975. It's directed by Dario Argento and stars David Hemmings and Daria Nicolodi. Although Deep Red is the English title of this film, as originally it was titled Profondo Rosso, which translates into English as Deep Red. So you can see what they were going for there. Not a big change as we usually get, but a change all the same. Of course, I was also watching the 127-minute director's cut of Deep Red, Profondo Rosso, whichever you prefer to call it. I know I've had some films in the recent past that we stuck with the theatrical versions of, like 1978's Dawn of the Dead and Deadpool 2, but in the case of Deep Red, the director's cut is really the way to go. The bulk of the new footage in the director's cut are these seemingly strange, lighthearted scenes with humor in them. A lot of them focus on Gianni character's dilapidated car that only has one working door and a busted passenger seat that they have to climb out of the sunroof to exit. The humor scenes are great, in my opinion, and they bring a balance to the movie's violence and madness that I find very interesting. There's also this great scene where the two leads, Mark and Gianni, arm wrestle each other to answer the question as to if men and women are equal or not. Spoiler alert, they are, but the scene itself is interesting and fun as well. The Gianni character brings a lot of levity to this film, and she is played by Dario Argento's longtime partner, Daria Nicolodi. Rest in peace. This film also starts out with a bang, a creepy child's lullaby mixed with murder and screams. It's one of my favorite first scenes of a movie, and it is so insistent that it breaks into the opening titles for its brief duration, and then the opening titles continue to completion. There's a lot of red herrings in this film, as any good giallo should have, but it has one too far that unfortunately I can't talk about without discussing a major spoiler for the film. One cool thing to note is that this version I own is finally the original version of the film as it was meant by Dario Argento, as theatrically the very end is a shot of Mark's reflection in a pool of blood as the credits roll, but the action is still continuing as there are droplets of blood and Mark's face changes. Well, before this restored director's cut of the film, that shot still happened, but as the credits rolled, the shot froze in place, and I don't know, it just has more impact this way, if that makes any sense. I'm giving Deep Red a B, classic Argento, which would be higher, but it uses the F slur with a hard T. Anyway, tomorrow I'll be reviewing a film that tried to ride the coattails of the abyss, Deep Star 6. See y'all then.